Hey guys, Jimmy Stein from Locked On Bama. I hope this quick hitter goes better than the last one. I coughed twice and then the phone fell over. I was just a garbage can short of hitting the trifecta there. Keeping this quick hitter negative, let's talk about Arch Manning. He committed to Texas today as I record this. Not a surprise at all. Those of you who listen to the show know I have said Arch to Texas was the likely thing to happen, or very seriously could happen, literally from the minute we ever discussed Arch's recruitment. And it ends up what I talked about a lot proved true, which is that don't get too focused on Texas. Like, oh well, Arch wants to go to Texas. He thinks they're going to be a national champion. Arch wants to go to Texas because he loves the city of Austin. Arch wants to go to Texas because his tight end friend went there. Arch thinks Texas is the next dynasty. No. Some of that might be true, but the reason that he selected Texas is because Arch and his circle of advisors believe that Steve Sarkisian is the best developer of quarterbacks in the nation today in college football. He thinks Sark is absolutely the best. Not the best head coach, not the best program builder, the best at developing quarterbacks. You guys will probably remember, or some of you will, the ones as ancient as me, might remember that Peyton and Eli did the same thing when they came out of high school. Peyton felt that David Cutcliffe was the best quarterback developer in the college game, so he chose Tennessee. And let me tell you, Peyton choosing Tennessee at that time, pretty similar to Arch choosing Texas today. Tennessee at that time was good. They were prominent. They were winning. But I don't know that anybody had Tennessee as the best. Tennessee at that time was not what Alabama and Georgia are today. They just weren't. But Peyton chose to play for David Cutcliffe, even though Tennessee had already taken another five-star quarterback in the same group. He went to Tennessee anyway. That's how bad he wanted to play for Cutcliffe, because he felt Cutcliffe could develop him and develop his game better than anybody else. Eli Manning, he comes out of high school. He loved what Cutcliffe did for Peyton. He chooses the same thing. Eli didn't like, well, I'm going to go play for my dad's school. No, David Cutcliffe was at Ole Miss, and the stars aligned that way. Keep in mind, do you know Eli could have played for anybody he wanted in the country. He didn't go play for the Alabama and Georgia of his time. He went and played for the quarterback coach that he felt could develop him. Arch has done the same thing, and people need to understand that. And in retrospect, when you look at it that way, you'll see why I was saying from day one, this is very likely to be Texas, and what Arch is thinking, it's the same as his uncles, and it worked out for them, not in terms of championships, not in terms of even Heisman's, but both were picked very highly in the draft. Off the top of my head, they both went number one. Eli might have gone number two. I used to be better at remembering things like that, but then things happen, like I coughed during these things and the phone falls over, and one time it fell in the garbage can. That's why I don't remember specifically, but I think Eli went one or two. I know Peyton went one. So, and I believe Arch will also go that high one day. I think I'll maintain that I think Arch is the best quarterback prospect that I've seen come out of high school since Trevor Lawrence. In some ways, he may be better than Trevor because of the intangibles. His intangibles are A+++ through the roof. And athletically, he is constantly undersold. People want to compare him to Peyton and Eli, but he is physically superior to them in arm strength, total strength, and even athleticism and footwork. He's just a better athlete than those guys were, but he still carries that Manning quarterback brain. That's what makes him such a good prospect. And to me, this is good news because I have such confidence in Nick Saban. There's going to be some exciting matchups, maybe more than one. Alabama versus Arch Manning, just like there was an exciting matchups between Alabama and Archie Manning, and then Alabama versus Peyton and Eli. It'll be fun. It'll add to the history of the Southeastern Conference, because Texas will be in the SEC probably at some point in Arch's career. So Arch to Texas, Eli Holstein to Alabama. That's good news for Alabama. Eli Holstein's one heck of a prospect himself. Thanks for listening to Locked On Bama, guys.